You know, sometimes it's nice to just sit back, relax, and go back to basics. Why don't we talk about some TOA? If you're like me, you've been looking at TOA for years. You've been building TOA for years. So why not go back to what we all loved as a kid? Let's get some inspiration so that you can go and build a TOA right now. And I got some good ones today that are sure to give you some good ideas. Let's dive in. Beginning things with the work of Mr. Razzle Dazzle. This is Leewa Fantoka and Tunma. So this is the original Leewa Fantoka set. Yeah, he's got these silver jet boosters on his shoulders, and these help him fly. Plus, you know, just this fancy new armor, this new color scheme, something about it always felt very aerodynamic, which was the point, right? But I like how this mock packs in so much more silver. I like how bulky it is as well. Leewa looks armored up and ready for combat. The original Leewa, you know, he reminds me of like a fighter jet. Smooth, sleek, and small. But this revamp feels a lot more like heavy duty, like some sort of cargo plane. Still the same kind of idea, still the same sort of concept, just jazzed up and done differently. That's a great way to breathe new life into this set. That bulky armor, I don't know, it really looks good. This more realistic gun also looks pretty good. It's got little accessories on it, it's got nice details. It's quite something. Look, personally, I think I prefer the more fantastical weapons that you see on the sets. But hey, you know, sometimes a nice change, going a little more realistic, it's a good way to go. Oh, but one other piece that I want to point out. This mock is using the, shield elements that came on Matanui. They've got quite a nice curvature to them. And in this context, they kind of look like jet boosters. It fits in well with this fantastical fighter jet. Quite an original way of using these parts. Oh, I love it. Next up, Leo Galban. And this is his TOA, which is titled Sula, Toa Hagar of Psionics. So how about these colors? Blue and gold, they feel so rich and royal. You can just imagine this character being like a royal guard for a king or a queen. Oh, and that shield. Yeah, normally you don't see asymmetrical shields on Bionicles. Typically, if people add a shield, it's like a dish or a rectangle. It's a more regular shape. But this is fun. I like how it ends with this nice silver blade on the very edge. This is just very different to how you see other mocks. It's good. The other weapon just here, I like how it's using this silver Hordika torso. Something about the very soft curves of this piece. It adds a very angelic and regal flair to this weapon. It's nice to see that piece being used in a very different way. You could say the same for Gallimata's hooks, really embedding them into the leg like this. Well, that's certainly different. This mock is doing an excellent job of taking pieces and using them in a context which is so different to how that piece was originally intended to be used. That takes real skill, especially when the part usages look this good. You could even say the same for these masks. Surge's mask right here for shoulder armor, very nice. I like too that the kind of lightning pattern on the back of this mask, it kind of looks a bit like some sort of insignia carved into his armor. And then Brutaka's mask on the back. You'll notice some of these little silver horns sticking out the edges. It's cool, they kind of cover up the eyes on the mask. So as a result, you just stop seeing it as a mask and it just looks like armor. Perfect. This creation just has such a presence. It's really eye-catching. Wonderful work. Massive fan of this next one. This is made by PinkJ97, and it's Zarya, Toa of Iron. The texture work on this might be some of the best that I have ever seen. There's a variety of older pieces and different types of tubing that have been used here. Pieces that all share this very similar lined pattern. You can see it on every single section of this creation. It's even used in areas that I didn't highlight. That level of consistency and cohesion, making all those textures look very, very similar. Dang, it looks good. It's important to just, study the pieces in your collection. See what textures they have and see if they partner well with other pieces that might have a similar texture. When you find pieces like that feel similar, it can lead to incredible builds like this. It's also lovely to see a bit of dark orange being incorporated into this mock. The dark orange feels quite appropriate for iron. Mix that in with the gunmetal and the black, it's perfect. Now you might look at this and say, well, the mask is a different color to everything else. Maybe it should have been a dark orange mask to go with the other dark orange. You know, maybe it could have used Onawa G2's mask. That could have been cool. And yeah, it could have. But there's something about this that has a nice classic charm. Gully Mutter. May I remind you, she had a different colored mask that was not the same color as anything else on her body. Sure, it's still blue, but this kind of bronze color, it's close enough to dark orange. I think it works. Nothing wrong with using a mask that is just, you know, a little bit of a different shade to the other colors on that creation. This is a custom mask, by the way. I wish it existed in that color, but it does not. But I love a good custom mask on a Bionicle. Always looks good. Now for our last one. This is Philax, the Armageddon Clock. You know, I never learnt how to say this builder's name, but I know them as Adam Toe. That's what he was called on mock pages back in the day. Let me tell you, back when mockpages.com was still around and thriving, back when this mock was posted, which according to the website was 2011. Yeah, it was all the rage back then to have cloth like this. Cloth over your mouth, like you're some sort of ninja with a mask. I remember looking at this as a kid and thinking, that's the coolest thing ever. To the point of I remember going around my house trying to find scrap cloth so that I could make something similar. This mock inspired me, man. It was cool back then, and actually it's still cool now. I love a good bit of cloth on a mock, official or non-official, like this. Today there's a lot more official Lego fabric. You might as well use that. Hey, this shoulder cannon is pretty cool. I like that it's using these meltdown toxic waste canisters. They make for a good little turret. They look good in the set, but they look even better here. This guy is meant to be a TOA of uranium. The canisters, the color scheme, that all fits that idea quite nicely. Oh, it's fun to look back on older designs. Just because they're old doesn't mean you can't be inspired by them today. So many good ideas. And I hope that every single mock today has inspired you. I'm telling you, man, go out and make yourself a TOA. It'll be fun. It'll be just like the old days. But if you need just that little bit more inspiration, check the links below. And while you're at it, go and follow all of the builders that I featured in today's episode. Thanks for watching, everyone. Happy building, and bye for now. I miss mock pages. Such a cool website. Oh well.